What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Seriously Unserious Car Talk. This time, I don't have my girlfriend, the cameraman. We have Adam here.
Hello,
And
guys.
Adam knows a thing or two about cars. So, we're outside. We got the M8 behind us. And I don't know if you can see that. Anyways. Today, he was supposed to have some questions, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
So I have questions for him, as I always do for the cameraman. So we're just going to talk about cars. I've already told him not to say bad words. I've already told him not to say things he shouldn't say. We'll see how long that goes for. And hopefully this will be a fun episode for you guys. Like, subscribe, and share. All right? Okay, Adam. I'm gonna start asking you a question
Okay.
so we get to know a little bit more about you.
Are we gonna have like those normal discussions that we have, like just in general?
Yeah, but without the stuff we say.
Okay.
Okay,
alright, cool,
just the
perfect.
car
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah. But I'm
Okay.
just saying, like, are you gonna like fight back and stuff on my amazing opinion?
Yes, I'm gonna fight back.
Okay.
So-
fantastic.
I want you
Yeah.
to rate all the cars you've owned, or all the cars you've driven that were like pretty much yours over the years.
Okay.
So start from the bottom and get to the
Alright.
latest now.
Okay.
So tell us what they are. What?
That I've driven. Okay.
But like that are yours, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. Well, let's go then.
Okay. You want me? Can I just go by like? I'll just bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Straight away, Roma.
The Ferrari
Ferrari
Roma.
Roma.
That's the bottom of the list.
That's the bottom of
Alright.
the list. Yeah. So that car, I
Right.
I don't see the point of it. Like I do, but at the same time, like it's a 50-50. I was to be completely fair. I was very like I didn't have my license yet when I drove it, so I was still like
Fair.
shaky about driving it. But
Fair. Right, we're already starting off with the
yeah,
illegalities.
yeah, okay.
Alright.
So, anyways, the car was I mean, it's fun, rear-wheel drive V8. But the only issue with it is just it's not like it's not exciting. And
It doesn't feel like a Ferrari much
It
compared
doesn't.
to everything
no,
else.
no,
as
no.
well.
I mean, and it looks like an Aston, and it's just like it's
Mm.
not really
Does look like an Aston Martin.
it's not
that's
really
true.
what I would classify to be like a general Ferrari, but the car's nice. Interior wise, it's good because it's one of the newer models. So.
That's true, right?
So they really, I mean, I think what they tried with that car is like a quality of life kind of car, like you know what I mean, like
Right.
very in the middle. You can drive it daily, but in
Right.
terms of actual excitement, not too much.
So they just tried to make a better California,
Yeah,
right?
but it does lose grip. It does lose grip if you take off traction and stuff. It's rear-wheel drive and it's a lot of power, but I
It is
mean,
a Ferrari
as
still.
with Ferrari in general, the gearbox is trash. So
Right.
you know what I
You
mean.
speak for yourself.
make
man.
yourself
Gearbox
lose
is
grip.
trash is a crazy statement to make.
All right.
You think we can fight off Ferrari lawyers?
We can fight? Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
easily.
we get it.
There's no issues there. Next car.
But you rated out of 10 though, so give us a
Oh,
rating.
I have to rate it out of 10.
Yeah.
As I mean, as a car, it's like a 7. As a car.
All right, fair.
So the next
fair.
cars are gonna be higher. Huh?
All right.
So we next X6.
The X6, which
No,
is
sorry.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
Lusso. The Lusso is next.
Lusso.
All right. So personally, as driving a car, okay, I'll put it this way: X6 and Lusso are very similar. I'll give them the same rating. Now the reason why is because in my personal life,
All right.
they live two different like realities. X6 is beautiful
different
realities. X6 is fantastic for everything. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
Driving-
until you owned it. It was
it
a
was
good
until
car.
I owned it.
And
yeah.
then you unfantastic.
I unfantasticized it.
That's the
yes.
guy. Yeah.
So
don't be smart.
the car is I mean, look, it's nice. It's
is nice.
fun. It's fast. To be fair, for an SUV, it's strong. You know, it's powerful.
It is.
The only
it is.
issue with it is it's big and clunky, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
I mean, right.
honestly, in terms of an SUV, there's like barely any space on the car, and it drives amazing, but it is pretty stiff. I mean,
It is
supposed
it
to
is,
be a
'cause,
sports
yeah,
SUV.
We've been in that car before. It's a pretty stiff car.
I mean, it's an M50, so it's V8 twin turbo, 530 horsepower. It's fast,
Right.
but it's not the Lusso.
It's
right?
not the Lusso.
The
He does
Lusso is-
have a Ferrari GTC4 Lusso
so
that
that's
we're gonna
my
film a review on.
my
Quick.
yeah, that's coming soon.
Exactly.
Hopefully.
That's coming soon.
The Ferrari is basically like the same thing, except for the fact that it's less comfortable, but it's more fast, and
Right.
steering wise, it's better steering. Obviously,
right.
more
Definitely.
easy to drive in terms of like turning stuff like that, but in comfortability, this is better comfortable wise in terms of going over bumps. Ferrari's a bit better in like
Right.
smoothness on the road and stuff like that. But both
What?
cars- yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel more shakiness from this than that. Maybe because there's like 2 screws loose in this car or something.
Two.
But
You're
yeah.
being so nice.
Um,
More than two.
but yeah, I mean, both have 4 seats. Well, this has 5, that has 4. I
Mm.
This 5 seats is like 4 seats because you can't fit anyone behind me. So
In
that's,
the X6.
yeah, I mean, there's no
Alright.
space. So I mean, both cars have
You're a
different
cool guy. You
uses.
drive
Yeah,
all the way. Wow,
yeah,
look at these
and also
dudes.
maybe because I'm tall.
Right,
a little,
Right.
yeah.
He is very tall.
So both those cars, I mean, to me they're 10s, but in
Okay.
reality they're like 9s, 8.5s, something like that. Like, I mean,
Fair.
in general, like if someone's looking for a daily car, if someone has the money for like a supercar daily, the Lusso is probably the best car right now. I mean, other than the SUVs, but it's definitely better
But
than yours.
Reliability wise, how reliable has it been
So in its
with you?
in its in its 4 years of life now,
Yeah.
we got it. We got it in 2019. It has only had the diff broke once
The diff broke once.
in 30,000 kilometers, but it broke. It was not like the diff broke or something. I think there was a sensor issue and something. in the
Okay.
thing, but the actual diff didn't snap or
And
anything.
that was fixed by warranty, I'm
No.
assuming. Warranty didn't fix that.
No, warranty expired 4 weeks before that happened, and then we
Oh.
warranty expired. So we just took it to the. But by the way, interestingly enough, the Lusso, the Ferrari quoted 45,000 dirhams, which is, I mean, you have US viewers, right?
I have a what?
You have US viewers.
Yeah.
$11,000-$12,000, and then
For a sensor.
for a sensor and some screw or something. It was a very little part. It was this big. The outside garage quoted us $2,200, so
What?
7,000 dirhams. Yeah. No less. Sorry, $1,800. But the only issue with that is now we can never get warranty on the car.
I mean, it sounds like a fair.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with these types of cars, if you don't drive them too much, which usually people don't,
Right?
when something does, unless your engine explodes, which like is practically impossible, right?
In a Ferrari, right? Yeah. It
Engine
sounds
explodes, but
impossible
you know what
to
I
me.
mean. You know what I mean?
But you
your
daily
engine
the Lusso, right? You drive it every single day.
now, yeah, ever since this broke and yeah, see, this breaks more than that,
Yeah.
but it's a BMW.
The BMW X6 breaks down. I mean, thank God. Let's not jinx it as
Yeah.
well.
Bro,
But yeah, his X6 has been broken for like 2-3. But I mean, because
and
you
before
drive.
that, another the fuel pump and the fuel injectors. Then we had the wheel stuff. I mean, the cars, but I do put the car through a lot. Like,
Yeah,
I
he
take
does
the car
put
to
it
the
through.
desert.
He puts anything that comes near him through a
Yeah,
lot to go.
yeah.
So your cars and people.
The car has been used. I mean, it did 70 something thousand kilometers in
And it's a 2022 model.
yeah
70,000 kilometers.
in a year and a half to a year and 8 months, 50,000 miles, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair enough. All right. I have another question for you now, since we're talking
Mhm.
about supercars and Ferraris. I want you to tell me the most overrated supercars in your opinion.
SVJ.
Come on.
SVJ.
No.
It's so
Why is it
overrated. It's
overrated?
unbelievable. Because in okay, so from personally, okay, I
Right.
think I hate spoilers and I hate the look of Lamborghinis in general with their like everything is edgy and like.
You think
know
the
what I mean?
SVJ is not a good looking car?
No, I never said it's not good looking. I think it's good looking if you like Hot Wheels, but like the car.
If you like
itself-
what?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
The car looks like a Hot
Fair,
Wheel.
fair.
Just like the
Fair.
Urus, just like the Huracan. They just all look like.
Look, the Urus looks like.
yeah,
looks
the Urus
bad.
we can
The
agree.
Urus looks
is-
bad,
I
yeah.
think we both agree.
Yeah,
it's an
100%.
ugly car.
Everybody agrees, bro. If you like a Urus, you're like an NPC.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way there's no way anybody looks at a Urus that's below the age of 40 and says, "Wow, this is amazing." Nobody does that.
The Urus is
Unless
is
you're Mataf.
overrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
RSQ8 is better. Even looks nicer in my opinion. But yeah, back to what I was saying. SVJ.
SVJ.
I mean, look, it sounds amazing. Whatever. But there's cars that sound like similar or even like.
Okay, name two cars that sound similar that are as affordable as an SVJ.
Affordable.
I mean, it's not really affordable, but it
812
is
cheaper.
compared to the
Sounds
what?
better.
What are you gonna get? An
812.
LFA,
A12's cheaper, in my opinion. Sounds.
an 812. It's
Look, the thing is with Lambo, like the Lambo V12 Note is different than the Ferrari V12 Note. Like that's like a known thing. I mean, also it's engine size to be fair, but you know what
yeah.
I mean, I just don't like. I don't justify overpaying that much as it is the overpay for what's it called for all the other SVs, S's, normal Aventadors, Ultimates. Somehow this is more expensive than the Ultimate, which is newer.
Right.
I don't justify the overpay
Right.
for what people look at, which is 90% of the time the sound or the fact that that blows flames. I think the other Aventadors do too. I'm not too good into Lambos, but
I don't know,
like,
I've seen the
and the
SVJ
cars.
is on top. All right, well, the SVJ is one. What is another like overrated supercar?
Urus, but we just
Yeah, we already.
another overrated 48 Pista.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You're so
Pista's
stupid.
overrated as hell. It's just
He would
a
rather
GTB.
take
Yeah.
a Ferrari 488. So you would rather take
An F8
an F8 over a
Pista.
488 Pista.
100%. Car's newer.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
well,
let me
yeah, the
start with
car's
that.
newer,
Yeah, car's newer.
right?
All right. It's not track focused, so I could drive it on the road more,
Right.
more freely.
So you would leave.
It's faster. It's also easier to drive, more comfortable. Like there's,
Yeah,
I can
but
name a
who
thousand
buys?
things.
Nobody. I don't think a lot of people out there go out and buy a Ferrari and say, "I'm gonna daily this car and I want it to be like my comfortable daily car." Who
No,
does
but
that?
no one says daily. But the thing is, like, you have to understand, like, even if you're gonna like choose a car, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have this as a weekend car, right?
Right?
So you're gonna make your weekend uncomfortable.
Yeah, you make well.
It's the same look. Like for me, if
Okay.
M4 when I
Okay, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How much of last weekend do you remember?
last weekend,
Yeah. What do you remember? What do you remember? What we did last weekend?
I do, and I
No,
really
you
don't
know
wanna
the
say it on
basics
the
of what
post
happened last
podcast.
weekend,
Yeah,
but do you know in details
Yeah,
what
some
happened last
things.
weekend? No, you don't.
I do.
Do you remember how comfortable the car rides home were?
They were very nice.
Well, I was in a comfortable car on the way home.
Yeah.
This car,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't
by the
comfortable.
way,
Huh?
540.
Yeah, the 540.
Yeah.
I mean, but everybody that watches knows
Okay.
we have the 5. But anyways, it was uncomfortable. It doesn't matter. Okay, would you rather go home in this or in a Pista?
Depends on the situation.
No,
man,
there is no
100%.
situation.
Would I rather go home in a 540 or I'd rather go home in a Pista than a
Okay.
540? Okay, yes,
Okay,
100%. But that's not the conversation we're having. I think
It
it's
is
an
the
overrated
conversation
car.
we're having. Comfort doesn't matter.
It gets glazed too much, in my opinion. It just does.
Bro,
Look-
nobody understands the Pista. Every time we sit down and we speak to someone, they're like, oh, no, the
Yeah,
Pista.
exactly. No one understands it, but somehow says it's the greatest thing Ferrari ever created. You know what I mean? It's
That's
just
me
like
who says that. I don't think
lot
it's
of
the
people say
greatest
that.
Ferrari ever made.
a lot of our friends say that.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of the guys do think it's I think it's a great car. I think it's one of Ferrari's last truly proper performance cars. And performance, the Lusso is a great car, but I'm not comparing it to that.
No, you can't.
You know?
It's two different cars.
But I'm talking about like,
F8 can be compared.
the like mid-engine stuff, V8.
I mean, look, now they have the 296, which is disgusting.
It's a V6.
It's ugly. It's a V6,
It's a
and it's also
V6.
cramped. It's tiny. The proportions are not right. The car is just a fail, in my opinion.
I think it looks beautiful. But it's their flagship model now, no?
Yeah, no more F8.
Oh, they stopped the F8.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bro.
You
See,
get
because the car was
F8s
they didn't even
only-
make it for like 3 years, and then they were like, no, this thing is.
F8s are only on. If you had an order, they still come. But other than that, nothing.
I don't know. I would take a Pista over an F8 for sure, bro. Like the F40 is overrated, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an
Elaborate.
overrated car. There is nothing nice about that car. There is not. The F40 only looks nice.
And it's the first car to hit 200 miles.
Yeah, okay, but there is a billion cars that hit 200 miles
Yeah, but it's
within
the
the
first one
same
ever.
era of the F40.
No,
So,
the
hitting-
next one was like 5 years later, 7 years later.
It's still the same era.
Okay,
You know, now,
it is
looking
the
back
same
at
era.
it now,
I'll
it's all
agree,
same
but the
stuff.
car does look nice. You know what I
I
mean?
think it was the next car that hit 200 miles after that. I think it was the Lamborghini Diablo. It was. I don't know if it was the Countach. I think.
DVT or whatever. No, I don't think it was. I think. No,
Because
that's a
so
good
what
question.
year was that? It was in 87.
Yes.
The F40 was in 87,
Mhm.
and then later in the later in the 90s,
F1 hit something.
the F1 came, but the F1 came in like the late
Lambo
90s.
didn't hit 200 for a while. I'm pretty sure Murcielago was the first car, or the Diablo
Well,
VT,
yeah.
but that was a special car. That wasn't like something that like just whatever it was called.
I can't remember, but Lamborghini made something that went 212 miles, or something like that.
Mhm.
And then Jaguar made the X something. It was the fastest car in the world when it came out. And then a little while later, the F1 came out. And then it took, it's still the fastest naturally aspirated car.
What about what's
production.
the Bugatti EB110? Did that
Yeah.
hit anything, or did that do? That was a failure, right? That car.
It did something, but I can't remember exactly what it did. But it was like special for some. Bugatti always come out and then they do something nice.
I mean, that's the whole idea. The car comes out just because it's supposed to be something special. I mean, in general. Oh, overrated hypercars, Bugattis.
I can't agree with you. I mean, yeah, okay. The Veyron is a piece of garbage.
Okay, thank you.
Like,
And it's a TT.
Okay,
It
it's
looks like a
ugly.
TT.
It doesn't matter what it is, but it does look like an old TT. I would agree with you, but it's a piece of garbage. I would honestly, I would rather walk than take I wouldn't even take a Veyron for free. That's how much I don't like it. It's such an ugly car. There's nothing nice about it. It looks bad. Yeah, it goes fast. Where here are you gonna go fast?
Where in the world are you gonna go fast?
Right.
Let's start with
No, the Autobahn.
Yeah, but even on the Autobahn, you know, like there's like some sort of regulation towards like, you know, like
Right.
they do stop idiots who go like 400, you know.
Right.
It's not like you
Who's
can
gonna
just
go
do it.
Nobody wants to do it.
Exactly, but that's the whole point. But look, okay, so that's the whole like idea of like these hypercars that I don't understand, right? With Bugatti, for example, yeah,
Right.
it's like, oh, it's a V12, V16, and like W16, and
Right.
the cars, blah blah blah. This, okay, listen, for $3 million or $4 million, whatever it is right now, yeah, the Bugatti Chiron is under-designed. I get it, has a W16, but
Right.
where are you gonna use the W16? So there's no like
Right,
that
that's fair.
performance thing. So
That's
in
fair.
reality, you buy it because you can.
You buy it because you can, but then the dumb people that come out and say, "Well, it's designed like that, so it looks timeless." Who
It does
gives
not look
who
timeless.
cares?
But it also doesn't look timeless in reality.
No,
The
the
interior is
Chiron.
timeless.
Yeah, the Chiron looks. The what looks timeless?
The interior of both cars is timeless. Yes, 100%.
No, bro. Look at the Veyron's interior. It's not timeless. It looks dated. It looks like garbage. Do you look at it? You can
Yeah,
tell
but
it's an
I
old
don't
car.
I don't think the expectation of these cars was that like 10 years after they released them, the like, for example, this or that is gonna have a full electronic dash and all this stuff. I don't think that was
Yeah,
the idea.
That's
in their
true,
head
but
at that
look
time.
at like how long ago was 2018?
5 years ago.
5 years ago, so it's not that old. But,
Yeah.
I mean, this car is 2018, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that like you get inside of the car. I mean, but yeah, again, 5 years is not a long time. But this car is 2016, so that will be what 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you get inside, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But the Veyrons, I don't know. I feel like everything from that era just looked like the Veyron. Look, the Veyron is
2006, 599.
the 599 is a. I love the. I don't know why I really like the 599. The only problem is, and he has a lot of history with the 599s.
Just to have one.
And he still has one.
Yeah.
So you could maybe tell us about this. Why are they so unreliable?
Because every Ferrari is.
Yeah, but
But look,
these.
back then, but I'm pretty sure, like in general with those cars at that time, especially. And my dad, like now, when I talk to him, he tells me all the time, this like everything used to break, everything, not just 599. Lamborghini used to break, Ferrari used to break.
Yeah.
Because see, the thing is, back then, also you have to realize one thing, and people don't really see this. In 2008 they had the capability of making fast cars.
Right.
Which okay, fast. Like I mean, 599 does 0 to 100 in like 4 seconds, or like 3.9, which now is relatively like nothing because my
Right.
X6 does that. You know what I
Right.
mean? But they had, for that time they had the capability of making these strong engines and these powerful cars, but
Right.
the electronics were just trash,
Right.
and some parts just couldn't handle the power. And just
Right.
you know what I mean? Normal.
They
stuff.
also wanted to always like involve some sort of Formula One technology,
Yeah.
which it just isn't smart because these F1 cars, they don't
They're
get
not road
driven
cars.
every
Yeah,
single day, and
exactly.
they
They're
like
get
not that
and
kind
they're
of thing.
constantly under maintenance, and they
Right.
get pit
Right.
stops and all of
Right.
that.
So the transmission of that thing is on the 599. It's F1 transmission, I think it is. It's got F1
Mhm.
technology and stuff like that.
The GTO, I think, does for sure.
Yeah, the GTO does have F1 technology. It's a beautiful car though, and it sounds amazing. And the driving experience here. I mean, I've never driven one, but I hear and from what I see in videos, the driving experience is unbelievable.
It's the first car I was a passenger in when it hit 300. That car,
3 what?
300.
You've been 300 before.
Yeah, well, I was a passenger in that car. Yeah.
Right. Right.
In Germany, the car is in Germany right now. So.
Right.
But I mean, look, in general, look, the car out of all that, like that whole line of models where like you have that 599, then the F12, and you know, the 812. I think the 599 is the nicest out of
I
all
would
of
take a
them.
599 over the 812. I hate the 812.
I
And
know
I
you
don't know
do,
why
I
you
know.
guys glaze the 812. You and Hugo specifically. Something to do with what is nice about it? I don't understand.
I mean, I think the idea of it is that there's no comparison to other cars.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fair.
look, the Aston has the DB.
But why does nobody make cars like that?
I don't know why no one makes GTs. That's
Such a
good, but
long nose,
no, but
short
see,
back.
the thing is, I enjoy the look. That other than that, other than the 812, there's the GTS, right?
Right.
And then there's the Aston, the DBS,
Right.
right? And I think they still make a DB11. I'm not sure about that.
Right.
And then, well, I mean, you can't put it in the same. But M8, they make that long. You know, the coupe has the
Right.
long coupe. Has the
Coupe,
long
yeah.
Coupe. Nose. They make a lot of cars like that, right? And the thing is, you have to like, even with the BMW, you can like, I mean, look, in terms of what the car is and what cars are, you can't really compare Aston and BMW as, like, you know what I mean? In
Yeah.
terms of that,
Right.
you know what I mean? But they do look similar, right? The whole thing with the 812 is, I think it does this whole like, it does the long nose thing, but very differently to the other cars, and it works. That's
Right.
honestly why I like it, to be honest. And it's
Fair enough.
Ferrari.
Fair enough. I wouldn't. Like, maybe I would take a Veyron over an 812. But I think I hate it so much because everybody loves it so much. I don't know why I'm like that. Like, whenever I see somebody, like, when I see a lot of people are always, well, you know, even when we sit down and talk with everybody, you and Hugo, I don't know. When I see someone so passionate about something,
know
I
what
just want to hate it, you know?
The thing is, the GTS, right, is a car
Right.
that I don't understand at all. Okay,
Yeah.
the super fast is fine. I get it, right?
The GTS is more expensive,
The
right?
GTS is 2.5 times the price of a super fast. And
Why?
I'm pretty sure
Because the
they
roof
don't-
comes
they
off?
don't- Because the roof comes off, and because it's the you can. I'm pretty sure past 2019 or 2020, you can't get a super fast. So everyone's getting like GTSs, and they came later and stuff. It's something to do with that. It's just scarcity, to be honest. But other than scarcity, yeah, because it's a spider, right?
Right.
But at the same time, like, the roof comes off, and you're paying 2.5 instead of 1. You know what I mean?
You could probably go somewhere and have that done
Yeah,
for
yeah,
much
of
cheaper
course.
or something.
But then
I
you're-
don't know.
Changing the Ferrari, so you're gonna get a nice cease and desist.
I mean, who's gonna know? Who's
Yeah, that's
gonna
a
know?
good point. I mean, I don't know. Like,
In Dubai, especially as well, I don't think you want to drive around with the roof off. Like,
no, but we also live in a country where people just buy cars to buy cars.
that's true. A lot of money laundering as well happens here. So just people, you see people with crazy cars. Even the car dealerships here, like you see things you've never seen before.
There's 7 Pagani Huayras on sale here.
Here, yeah.
There's 7 on sale here.
There's a lot of Regeras here as well.
A
I
lot of
think.
Regeras. There's like, I think 20 Chirons or something, 20 Bugattis or Chirons, or just Chirons. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of cars.
Crazy.
There's a lot of hypercars here.
And they also have the. I mean, it's a what? But there's a lot of the Lamborghini Veneno as well.
Yeah,
There
that's
is like
here.
3 of those here.
Yeah, there's they had like 4 Countaches at one point, the new ones. Like, it's just,
Oh, the new one, yeah. The McLaren Elva, the Ferrari SP1 and
you know how many
SP2.
SP2s and SP1s there are? There's like 4 SP1s and like 2
Yeah,
SP2s.
I saw.
It's like,
It's crazy. They have
They
everything
even
here.
had a Daytona, which there's like
Oh yeah.
70 of those cars.
The
or something,
Daytona is
which-
so nice though.
the
Yeah.
Daytona, the
I know
SP3
you
is
love
so
that
nice.
car.
Yeah,
But I've never
that's
seen it
my favorite
before here.
hypercar of all time.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
I saw one in
That is a
person.
nice car.
It was
You saw one in real life
Yeah,
here.
It was in Poland.
Oh,
There
of
was one
course,
in
yeah.
Poland, yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and the A12 competition is
The A12 competition, but I feel like it's too much expensive. Too much.
I think there's one on sale in Germany right now, or 2.
There's one here as well, and
I
it's
don't-
like I don't know if it's 6 points, like 4 or 6 points, something like that. Like
And in Germany, it's 800,000 euros. So it should be around 3 something.
would you get a 918 Spider or an A12 Competizione?
A12.
Well, you are okay. Fine. I don't even like the 918. I don't like it, to be honest with you. But
The thing is, it's I think it's overhyped, in my opinion. I mean,
yeah, a little bit.
isn't it? That's one of the Trinity cars, no?
Yep. Now it is. Yeah.
I mean, look, out of those
it's
3,
been,
P1 is the
P-
the best in terms of overall.
me too. I would take a
LaFerrari
P1
is the
over.
nicest.
Yeah. It's a what?
In terms of looks.
Is the nicest in terms of looks.
yeah.
Okay.
And then the 918 is just there. I
It's-
mean, there's a
it'll-
reason it's the cheapest out of the 3.
I mean, it'll probably be the most reliable out of the 3.
It was the cheapest on sale out of the 3 because it was it was pretty production wise. Like, it was like 300,000, 400,000 euros.
That's it. You could buy a
Yeah.
918 Spider back then
Back
for
2015.
300,000.
Yeah, they called my dad Porsche even.
Well, that's cheaper than you can buy a Urus now. I mean, no
Mhm.
dollars. I mean, yeah, you can get a Urus now for like 1 point.
It's 1
something.
something, yeah, 1.2, brand new.
So for the same price as a Lamborghini Urus, you could own
A 918 in 2015.
a 918 Spider. That would have been a great investment. But yeah,
I mean, that's Porsche prices in general, no? I mean, everything Porsche is above
Yeah.
market.
even the 992 GT3 RS, that thing at Porsche is like 800K.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah. 900K.
it's like 856. It's eight something
But
or
to be fair, they're
886.
1.3 now, 1.4.
Yeah, you can find, but they were like when they first came out a few months ago. When I was still in America, I was looking them up, and they were like 2.1, 2.3.
I mean, look, keep in mind when the Range Rover came out, the new one, they were third party like on the Bizzle and stuff like that. Here, 1.3,
Yeah,
1.4.
even the Porsche Cayenne Coupe too.
There was when the GT63, the E1, the electric one came out. There was one on sale for like 2 mil. Someone bought it too. Because they only had one here. Because they come late here. It was a European spec, but people want it so badly.
That's
That's another car that I don't get, by the way.
You're talking about the GT, right?
The GT63S, the 4-door with the. By the way, every single review you watch of these electric Mercedes, the hybrid system is terrible. It doesn't kick in at all.
Yeah. I mean, look, either make an internal combustion car or make an electric car. I don't know why people keep going to this hybrid. Oh, hybrid power. Just make this or that. Like, what are you trying to? You're ruining. Okay, we're gonna get to a point where everything's gonna be electric, apparently. So why right now are you trying to introduce stupid things that you don't even know how to work yet? So yeah, but that Mercedes, by the way, is it's the highest horsepower production. I mean, unless you count the Project One.
1 or whatever it's called. Yeah.
That's a piece of garbage. That as well.
I know 1's the Koenigsegg, right?
The what?
1 is the Koenigsegg or whatever.
Oh yeah, the 1 Koenigsegg thing is like the 1-to-1.
No, but that's what I was thinking.
Power to weight ratio.
Yeah, AMG 1, I think.
The AMG Project 1.
That's the one you had to buy to get the livery for the GT.
Yeah, that's where you have to go get the Black Series.
You have to get the Black Series.
Stupid. I swear to God, brainless people are working.
How many people did that though?
Huh?
You know how many people did that?
A lot of people. You know how much that costs as well? Yeah. It's $150,000 or something like that. Plus
delivery,
the car.
but you have to buy the cars.
Yeah, you have to have the car.
I'm pretty sure you had to order the AMG 1 to get delivery for the Black Series. That's what it was, yeah. So you had to have the AMG 1 on order, then you could get a Black Series with delivery, plus you have to add 150K.
What are you going to do with a Project 1? Honestly, like, if you go buy one today, what are you going to do with it?
Is it road legal?
It is in some countries. I know it's...
Because in America, I think it was Manny Koshman.
Everything is illegal in America.
I know, Valkyrie is not allowed in America.
Yeah, everything is illegal there. America is the stupidest country on earth.
You have to label as a show car.
What?
In America. A Valkyrie. Aston Martin Valkyrie.
Right.
That's a beautiful car,
that's not road legal as well.
Yeah, but that's a beautiful car.
That's a nice car, but it's a race car. To me, that's not a car. Yeah. Like, I look at that and it's not a car to me. Just like Koenigsegg cars. Like, I look at the Jesko Absolute before people get mad and say it's not Jesko. Like, to me, that's not a car. That's not something you buy and you see this. Yeah, it's a high horsepower car and it's a competition and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, like, we can take this right now and go buy anything from the supermarket and come back. It's still, it could be looked at that way, but you buy a Koenigsegg, but that applies to any hypercar as well. That's why I don't like hypercars. They just, where and when do you drive it? You're not going to track
even
it, right?
The Gamera, by the way, those seats look uncomfortable as hell. So I don't understand and also they making that 2,300 horsepower, the V8 hybrid one.
The Gamera?
Yeah. Gamera,
unbelievable.
Gamera. It's this useless ass car, by the way.
It's stupid. It's stupid. And people are like, it's a family. It's not a family car. It's not an SUV. It's not a sedan. It's just a car with an awfully long door. You know, if they get this car and just remove the back door and make this door
one door.
Wow, look, Mega GT BMW M8 competition for. You want to make a 4-door or a family car? Put 4 doors in it. You know, and the trunk space on the Gamera as well is I mean, look, revolutionary. It's different. Nothing else. But at the end of the day, like, who gives a shit? I just said the S word. Anyways, who's like the people who buy these kinds of cars are like the rich guys who park it and don't drive it. So what do you
see? Look, another thing I have to say is actually I was gonna say, because you're talking about the Gamera, I'm gonna go back to the point of talking about the cons of the Lusso. The door is heavy as hell.
Right.
The gas.
Right.
Everything in the interior is falling apart.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Yeah, if you drive the Lusso like a normal human being,
okay, which I do generally, like when I'm alone, yes, 100%. It's just when I'm with you guys, I'll push it a bit because like
Right.
we're all together and stuff.
No,
like
because that day we were going to
yeah,
to
that day
thing,
was a bit too
you
much.
had a full gas tank, and it was giving you like what 312 kilometers
A full
on a
gas
full
tank?
tank.
No, it was 250.
250 kilometers.
Yeah, but that's if you really push. If you have a full gas tank and you really. But by the way, that's the problem. When you're in seventh gear, to keep it under 2,000 RPM, you need to drive like 85, 80.
right. Oh, just like my Mustang.
Yeah,
My Mustang
so you
does that
can't
too.
really, you know what I mean? So it's 400 maybe if you really squeeze it. But
Right.
in reality, you're gonna get 250, 300 on a full tank.
That's a crime. And I'm assuming it's a lot of money to fill it up as well, because it's not a small engine.
I mean, it's 85 liters, so
And how much
250.
approximately?
250.
250 dirhams. So
Yeah.
you get
I mean,
You're
by the way,
paying
it was
a
worse than
dirham
this
per
because
kilometer.
when I got this car first, I was driving it a lot. It was like every 2 days I was putting 300, 350. I mean, at one point even gas was like to the point where I was nearly paying 400 for gas.
I mean, to be honest with you, the V6 BMWs are not bad. The 6-cylinder BMWs are not V6. Like the 540 on a full gas tank. It's because also my dad drives, like he has nothing to do, so you'll get like 600 something kilometers.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I by the way, highway wise and stuff like I'd like it's shown 800 before on this car. too.
Yeah,
But
I'm
you
pretty sure
have
he's
to
had
really,
higher,
like,
but
be
you know what I
efficient
mean.
with
Like
it. You know what I mean? It's not like you could just. It's just possible. No, driving in the city, it's 600 on this car, 550 if you're driving normally.
that's not bad at all. That's
It's not
bad.
terrible, but it like you know what I mean.
Yeah. A
Gas
V8
is,
in general is just never gonna be. You can't make a V8
yeah, unless you have 10 gears.
unless you have 10 gears. Yeah, unless you have 10 gears. That's what's good about the
F-150.
The new Mustang. The
Mustang.
10-speed Mustang. I mean, is the new one a 10-speed? I'm not sure if the new one is a 10-speed or not, but
there's a 10-speed F-150, no?
yeah, there is a
If Adil
10-speed
was here, we'd
F-150.
get the answers for that one. Because,
The what?
Adil. If Adil was here,
What about him?
he would know.
Oh yeah, he
That
would
was
know.
American
He would know.
cars.
Adil would know anything about that stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, tell us about. So people get. I mean, we're already like 30 minutes in, but to have people get to know you better now, your dream 5-car garage. Now it could be anything. So
You want
not
me to
only
do, like, a daily
SUVs.
supercar SUV.
Yeah, that stuff is. Don't be stupid. Just 5 cars. If you could have right now, it doesn't matter. Like if they're all SUVs or whatever. Just 5 cars. Any 5 cars that you could have right now, what would they be? But think for a second while I put the laptop to charge, because it's gonna die, and then we're gonna have.
Do you want me to sit here and just look into the camera?
Huh?
You want me to sit here and just look into the camera, or can I start saying them?
Stare into the lens.
All right. I mean, I have my decision.
Okay.
Some technical difficulties. All right.
All right, we're good. Yep.
Ghost.
Oh,
Ghost.
okay, a Ghost.
All right. That's the first.
Rolls Royce. All right.
812.
Of course, an 812.
Ghost 812. DBX 707.
Okay, that's a nice car. That.
Yeah.
Talk about
You should
that.
have had the same reaction for the 812, but we'll let it go. Pagani Huayra.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And then for the 5th car, what am I missing? I'm not missing anything. See those 4 cars? The 812 does everything, so I could
No,
just
the
say
812 It doesn't do everything. It's a Ferrari. No Ferrari does anything.
You know what? Just
Puro
like,
sangue.
nah, because I already have the SUV, DBX 707.
Yeah, but I
and then
mean,
by the way, I prefer
Okay,
that car.
DBX or 707. The DBX 707 or Puro sangue.
Like right now,
I-
DBX. Honestly, the Purosangue is a beautiful car. It's amazing. I sat in it like.
Oh yeah,
I remember
yeah.
like 3
I
months
heard.
ago. We have what's it called. It's just my dad's been thinking about it.
The Puro sangue.
Yeah.
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot,
so we've all been thinking
but
about
the
it.
problem is like
Not to buy it, of course. Just thinking, just the thought about it. That's it. No, yeah.
the car is. I mean, I don't know. The price is just it's ridiculous.
The price is ridiculous.
400,000 MSRP plus options. You
Yeah.
get like
No,
500.
here it's gonna be. Here it's gonna be like
2 mil.
2 mil plus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2
it's
plus.
stupid.
But for 5th car, you know
Yeah.
what? Like an M4.
Yeah, that's
For
nice.
those days that it just.
So you don't have a single daily. There is nothing that could really be looked at
Ghost.
as a. The what?
The Ghost. I said Ghost. in the
Who
beginning.
dailies a ghost? Bro?
Okay, Cullinan.
That's not who dailies a Rolls Royce.
What is it for?
It's just like, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, maybe it's just like the
Like, because what else? What's the? You know what? Everyone talks perfect supercar, perfect. What's the perfect daily?
perfect daily.
Yeah.
A Kia K7.
Okay, relax.
I'm gonna tell you, the car looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Like, I had I had a Kia K5 in America, and I swear to God, I would fill up once a year. Once a year.
Okay,
I filled
but
it up
see,
once since we
that's
got it
the
in
whole
6 months.
idea is like a daily car. You're looking for comfort, right?
Right. I'm just
Okay.
kidding, by the way. The Kia K7 is a nice looking car,
Yeah.
but that's definitely not
That's
like
I'm
what
saying.
a perfect daily
Rolls
car is.
Royce, the new 7 Series.
But that's too old for us. I feel like I know you're interested in looking at one, but I feel like it's an amazing car.
I feel like I'm blocking the
But
camera. At the microphone.
for the what?
I think I was blocking the camera at the microphone.
No. But yeah, you know, I don't know. It's just it's too like it's too up there. It's too up there in terms of everything. Everything's crazy, you know?
See, that's the thing about the car. It's just like I'm so excited by it because it just has everything. It literally is like, I mean, even if you want some power, you get the 760. It's like 4 point something, 4.3 to
Mhm.
200. Like that's in a sedan, you know, in a limousine basically at that
In a
point.
limousine that has all that
All the technology,
7 Series has.
everything. I bet, like it's great. I'm honestly, it's like for a group that like, which is BMW that owns Rolls Royce.
Right.
For them to make a car that's better than a Rolls Royce, in my opinion.
Right. I think
It's
that the new 7
yeah.
Series is better than any Rolls Royce
Yeah,
that's been coming out
100%,
lately.
which is like kind of weird because why would they do that? You know what I mean? Because they're just making a cheaper Rolls Royce. It's just because it has BMW logo on it, whatever.
Because they know people are stupid. Like, people buy brands. Nobody buys a product.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
buy a brand, you know?
Mm.
So that's why you go buy a Rolls Royce. And Rolls Royce interiors are the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
They're ugly.
They're
to
ugly
an extent.
and-
They're old fashioned, but they
Right.
are comfortable. This I have
They're
to.
comfortable.
And those
but
like
what-
plushy carpets and stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, okay, but that's the I mean, yeah, I completely agree with you. Rolls Royces are on top of Bentley in terms of comfort and
And luxury.
luxury, of course. But it's not worth all that. Like, I look at it and I just see like, okay, the Cullinan brand new should be like an 800,000-900,000 dirham car. Why are we talking about like 2 million and how much is it now?
Look, brand new or like
Brand new or used on Dubas or anything.
brand new is like 2.2,
2.2 million dirham, bro. Like,
Dubis, you could get used ones with like 30, 40, maybe 1,000 kilometers for like 1.5, 1.6.
okay, 1.5 million. Why would you put 1.5 million in an SUV, regardless of what the SUV is and
I
what
mean,
it
look,
does?
if we're already looking at it from the, for 900k, 100 million, I mean, GLS Maybach
Yeah, but
is
I
way
mean,
better in my opinion.
why? Why? Do you know what you could get for that? You could get the ultimate luxury and the ultimate performance out of a proper car. Like, the Cullinan it's not that fast.
No, it's not fast.
It's not. It's an ugly car, and that's what makes it attractive. You know, like masculine looking cars. It's
Yeah.
a masculine looking car. It's not soft. It looks like a fridge. But I don't know, 2 mil. Like, you're gonna go out and say, oh yeah, no. I'm not gonna get a Pista. I'm not gonna get an SF90.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get a Pista.
I'm not gonna get what else is 2 mil? You could get a GT2 RS. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of the GT2 RS.
I'm not the biggest fan of the world of any of those cars. 3, 2.
You have to respect them because what they are.
It's a track car on the road. You drive it and you just.
It is a track car on the road, but practically, your Lusso is more set up for the track than it is for the road. The way the gearing is, the way the car is, the way the suspension is.
But it's still not like I
understand.
don't feel every single like little pebble on the ground. While I'm
That's
sitting
true.
by seat.
That would definitely happen. The 911s are the worst cars when it comes to comfort in the world.
Except the Turbo S is.
The Turbo S is.
Turbo
They're
S,
all garbage.
And
I was in a base model 911.
okay.
And it's the 992 as well. So the new, the latest and greatest, whatever they have nowadays. We got in it. You could hear the tire, and it doesn't matter what tire you have, or it's a brand new car from the dealership. You can hear the tires. You're sitting so low, you feel everything that you go over. Car's so stiff, so it's.
By the way, also, if you're planning to get a Turbo S, it's much value. You should just get a Turbo because there's no difference between those.
There isn't that much.
Literally a split second. It's 0.2 or something.
Yeah, it's point something very
And
little
then
like
just
that.
like some small options in terms of interior.
Small options, yes.
Oh no, it's not even small options. By the way, I'm pretty sure you could get a Turbo with exactly the same options. It's just that you have to pay for them and they come standard in the S.
You know how Porsches, they're just milk models.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, just 911 this, 911 Carrera, Carrera 4S, this S,
No,
S,
I'd rather
this.
get a Carrera than a Turbo.
The what?
Carrera than a Turbo.
You would take a Carrera over a turbo.
Carreras are more pretty, in my opinion. They're like sleek, flat. You know, this Turbo with
Yeah,
these
yeah,
spoilers
fair
and all
enough,
this
fair
stuff.
enough.
I'm not
I would
really
just
feeling
get it.
it.
If when it comes to 911s, I would just get into the GTs straight away. Like, I'm not going to bother with the
But the
Carrera
thing is,
and-
that's my problem with every single like this SVJ and something. The spoilers just annoy me. Like I just don't
Oh,
like
bro, the
these
spoiler
over
is
exaggerated
beautiful. It's
spoilers.
one of modern cars, it is one of the best spoiler I've seen on a car.
lips are nice.
Yeah,
Spoilers
I like the lip on this car. The lip spoiler. It's actually, it's decent. I obviously I would much rather have a like an M8 coupe, to be honest with you. Like a black M8 coupe
Yeah,
that's
coupe
got
is
carbon
better.
and just carbon the spoiler and like carbon the diffuser and just like have that kind of looking car. But I mean, it's whatever. You just gotta don't. It's the first edition. One of
400.
How many? Yeah, 400. Yeah. The only difference is the paint job and the bronze guy. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but
And the fact that it doesn't say M8 comp, it just says M8, but it's a
it just
comp.
says M8, but it is a comp. Yeah, but
It is a pretty car in terms of color scheme, but I'm pretty sure you can option this color.
you can what? No, you can't.
You can't.
The Aurora Diamond Green you cannot.
Okay.
It was made
You
specifically
can
for
get
the
a green
first
that looks
edition.
basically the same, right?
No,
Okay.
you can't. They're smart because I mean, if you look, I don't know if I don't think the camera's gonna pick that up, but you can probably pick it up. I don't know. You can see it's a bit more bluish back here.
That's what I was. You know, when you were moving the car, and I was flashing it, like
Yeah, yeah,
you could tell it's blue. Like I was like, why is there pieces of blue on it?
yeah. So it depends on like where
The
and how
angle
you're
the
looking at it.
lighting, Yeah.
I find all this stuff stupid in my opinion, but
Yeah.
I think the closest color you could get to this is something out of the XM or something.
Or in Range Rover British Racing Green.
Yeah, anything first edition, like even Mercedes have an S class. I think it was an S. It was a car vault. I don't know if you saw it
The
there.
E63 SE.
Yeah, and
E
it's
S63 SE.
it was an S63 coupe, and it was
Oh, coupe.
I can't remember if it was coupe, but it feels like coupe.
Because
in
the
my
new
brain.
S63 is on Carvel right now.
The what?
The new S63.
Yeah, I don't think it was the new. Anyways, it was some S63, and it was called the first edition, and it also had pretty much the same color scheme. So I don't know. I mean, this is not. I don't know. It's just called the Aurora Diamond Green, and they say that it's not gonna come on any other BMW, other than this. And BMW don't usually make first edition cars as well,
They
so I
don't
don't
make
know why
special
they.
cars in general.
Huh?
To be honest, they don't make special cars a lot.
No,
in
they
general.
They don't. And I don't think this is a special car either. Like,
I mean, even the CSs, they make like absurd amounts of them. For
Yeah,
the
they
limited
do.
edition, they make
Yeah.
a lot of them. To be honest.
they just don't want to understand that they're a normal car manufacturer. And when you have cars like this, the 540 and a 530 and a 520, don't become like don't make special things. Just keep it as
but
is.
The thing is, like, with the M5, there's a legacy, so I get it. Why they make like special editions of it? You know what I mean?
Right.
M3, M4 CSL. I don't see the point of that car.
I don't see the point of the CSL at all. Like, I think it's such a waste of engineering.
M3 CS. I've yet to see one
The what?
in person. M3 CS.
Yeah, the M3 CS you'd have to see, but I feel like the M problem-
It's just gonna be the same. It's a small M5.
is going to be the same. Yeah, because there's no way they're going to make the M3 CS that much faster than an M5 competition. So you're spending close to $1 million dirhams.
That's not faster.
Yeah, but that's why if for some reason, okay, maybe it's I would say it's probably not faster.
Probably because it's more agile.
Yeah, but if it's faster, in terms of straight line speed, I don't think so. Maybe on a track because as you're saying, it's a bit lighter, a bit more agile, blah blah blah. But I think that I don't know. I just feel like it's like the M3 and the M4 are for the younger people, anyways, that like have their daddy's money. They don't really work for what they have, so it's kind of like, here's a fun car for you. Why are you CSing the M3? Like, who's gonna buy an M3 CS? Someone like Your
Yeah,
dad.
no one. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, someone like your dad or my dad or someone like an older person with money would look at an M8 CS rather than an M3 CS.
Mhm.
You know, so what is the point of making an M3 CS? We'll never know, but we could be wrong. But that's my opinion, at least.
I don't see the point of any of those cars.
Right, yeah.
What I was gonna say though is M3s in terms of tuning. I saw a car podcast, a different one, obviously not as good as this.
No, this is better, bro.
yeah.
You gotta believe to achieve, bro.
They put like $5,000 into the car and got like a 9.5 quarter mile.
Yeah, easy. You can
These
make
cars are crazy. The G80s
the
in
G80
general.
M3 is a crime of a car. But the thing is, you're gonna buy a G80 M3, so you're gonna put like, let's call it what, 350k. Let's call it
Brand
300k. No, used. If you find them used
300
now,
to
any
350,
spec other
'cause
than
brand new
GCC.
is like stupid. 520,
You'd be
500,
stupid to go
550.
buy a brand new G80 M3 and tune it and just void the warranty. What's the point? You know? So you just go get like a European spec one from anywhere here for like 300. You put like maybe I would say 60k into it, dirhams. Because nobody here knows how to work on cars.
Mhm.
Nobody. Like, oh, this tuning truck. No one in the Dubai.
You have to bring someone over.
Yeah,
That's-
nobody in Dubai knows how to work on a car. Regardless of who, where, and when. They just don't know how to work on cars here, especially German cars. So you'll put money, you'll take your car to some idiot. He's gonna get you to where you want to go. I want to push 1,000 wheel.
Mm.
It's possible, but the thing is, you're gonna drive that car for 2 weeks and it's gone. Gone beyond saving.
Listen, there's chips that stock nothing else, just the chip and like exhaust. You're literally at 650, 700.
Yeah, you are, but look how much you spent.
Yeah,
I mean, an exhaust and a chip on anything.
Exhaust and a chip's $3,000.
No, I mean, look at how much you spent
on the car.
on what, like, I
In
mean,
general.
you can just go buy a Mustang. No, not a Mustang. You can't buy. You shouldn't buy a Mustang.
Yeah, I should never buy one.
But just
Shouldn't buy an American car in general.
that's true.
Even
American
Ford GT.
cars are actually the worst cars ever made.
Yeah, 100%.
Except the C8 Corvette. I like the C8 Corvette. I like the Ford GT.
Yeah, I just said Ford GT a second ago. I
Oh,
said
yeah.
don't buy that car.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. You would buy that car?
Never. It has. We literally, me and you sat there, looked at the interior, and 90% of it comes out of your Mustang.
That's true.
That's from
Yeah,
2016.
yeah. That's actually true. But you know what? The same thing with the Nissan GTR. Half of the interior comes out of
but
Nissan Sunnies,
GTR,
literal
the Nissan
Sunnies.
GTR is like, we don't even talk about that car
Yeah.
because it's also that's one of my most hated. You know what? Is it classified as a supercar or is it a sports car?
It's
It's a
it's
sport.
none.
Okay,
To me,
yeah,
it's
a
not, but it's
sedan.
probably a
It's
sports car for sure. It ain't
Okay,
nothing
yeah.
super about it.
Okay.
It looks like, bro,
It's a brick. It's a brick. It's like they carved it out of a brick, genuinely.
and look at the fans of the Nissan GTR. Look at anybody who wants a Nissan GTR. Look at what they look like. Look at what they do, and look at how their life is. It's all miserable. What? Oh, I did it right. Yeah, but right, right.
I'm gonna send him this instantly. Make a short out of it. Send it to him.
Except Adil. And it applies to everybody.
Including you specifically.
Okay, it's you specifically, Adil, but it applies to everybody. It's so stupid. You'll never see somebody past like 5th grade education look at a GTR and say, "Oh my god, best car in the world." But there's people on TikTok who do that. Like,
I mean, I think people glaze it because of tuning.
because of tuning.
Because of these
There's a
Alpha,
billion
Alpha
things you can
16,
tune.
you know?
The what?
Alpha 16. You know?
Oh yeah, Godzilla.
Good.
The whole JDM scene is
Yeah,
it's
it's
absolute
a joke in my opinion. You know what?
stupidity.
The Mark IV Supras, those cars
Wallahi,
are so
wallahi,
ugly.
listen, I'm gonna make this my mission one day when I grow old and I have nothing to do anymore. I'm just gonna go out there and try to destroy all of them. That'll just be my mission for the rest of my life.
They're so
Worst car in
ugly, bro.
existence.
And the fact that there's so... And there's the inline six, the inline six with one turbo, with
Put
two turbos.
a single
Yeah.
turb.
Automatic,
cares,
manual, roof come up. It's just,
No one
they're all
cares.
pieces of...
Like,
Something.
nobody gives a... No one cares. You're still driving a car that's like 30-something years old. And it looks like it's 30-something years old. You know, and trust
And
me.
that
it does-
interior, I don't care what anyone says. I've heard people go, "Oh, back then it was innovative and stuff." Right, look, but what pilot
Innovative
interior?
what?
Pilot jet? What pilot?
But I was in a jet yesterday. I was in a fighter jet yesterday. I was
Yeah, I know, you
sitting
went
in
to
one.
that show. It does not look anywhere near
And
that.
no, I can't say. Unfortunately, for those who say that it's the same, it's nothing. It's plastic, and then it looks like it looks like a Corvette that was like done bad, is what it is.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
Corvettes are already pretty bad. So.
huh?
Corvettes
And
are bad.
Corvettes are pretty horrendous as well. I do like the interior of the Corvette, the C8 Corvette, because I don't want to be the guy
Listen,
who
okay,
contradicts
if I
himself.
had to choose I'd take a C7 over C8.
No,
Yeah,
no,
the
no,
C7
no,
looks
no.
nicer. Oh, front, you know that front long, you know.
The C7 looks more like a Corvette than the C8, but overall, the C8 is a supercar.
Ah, by the way, with the C8, they made that one that has like 1,000. What happened to that car? Like no one cares about it anymore.
No,
the
that's
one,
so they make.
they made one that's like 1,000
No,
horsepower.
they
It's
made a
supposed to kill
Z06.
everything. 1,000 horsepower.
I always get them
supercharged
mixed up.
V8 or whatever, twin turbo.
I always get them mixed up. They made that one with just, I believe, it's a little more powerful.
But I've never seen one. Like I've never
And
seen even people
They're on
post
Dubizzle,
one.
bro. The car's like $1 million dirhams.
Yeah, but no one posts them even. Like
No one posts them. No one. Hold
because
on. Who's gonna go
everyone
out
is
and
glazing it and saying, "Oh, it's gonna be the new Ferrari
No,
killer."
I'm
or
talking
whatever.
about value for money. The 1LT, the the most basic thing you can buy, or LT1 or 1LT, whatever they called it. That car's like 300 something thousand dirhams. And I drove it. It's honestly 490 horsepower. Seems like a scam. It probably has a bit more.
Like
Like
you drive
it,
the normal one or the twin turbo one?
huh?
The normal one or the twin turbo one?
Don't be like that. That was the normal one. It was the normal one. He knows which one it was.
Yeah,
The blue one.
yeah.
That one. 490 horsepower. It's a 6 point something. 6.5 liter V8. It honestly feels like a 600 horsepower car.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like this car
yeah.
in that little
From
shape.
the
and size.
0 to 100, and then after that, it feels like you're in my X6. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, fair.
When we were in Mexico with that car,
I would say more than 100.
when I was in Mexico with that car with him,
Right.
120, and then after that,
Yeah.
and then after that, it's just it tops out in terms of how much it pushes,
Right.
and then it's just
Yeah,
you know
then
what
it
I mean?
just turns into a 4-cylinder. Yeah,
no, I'm being serious. By the
Right.
way, like that car, like the 0 to it's impressive. It does accelerate, but after like the 120 mark, it feels like a Tesla. You know when they top out those electric
yeah,
cars?
and then they just start to gain speed so
Yeah, yeah,
slowly.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, but it's a nice car. I mean, again, for 300K, not a lot of car people
for
like.
300K, it's probably the best
Yeah,
supercar you can get. Yeah.
Would you rather get that or get
Or
an M3?
MP4 12C, which is the other thing that's like, you know, it's
Come
10
on.
years old, but
Come
it's
on.
300K.
That is the biggest scam car ever made
No, back then they were crazy. It was innovative.
back then, but
We had
now
two. We had,
it's-
we had both a spider and a normal one.
it's a.
In different times. Obviously.
I was considering that car at some point. To be completely honest
Yeah?
with you, yeah, like a year ago, I was looking at it and I was like, I'm gonna buy
Great.
this car.
A lot. And
But-
they're extreme. It's probably the lowest car I've sat in.
The lowest car.
One of the lowest cars I've sat in.
I lost half my finger, bro. Look at this. Where? Anyways, yeah, it's
so
a low
low,
car.
but-
Yeah,
but,
McLarens are.
I don't know. The thing is the one we had that was convertible was newer than the other one, and I
Right.
think it was, from what I remember, my dad told me it was much better than. I mean, obviously it had time to like perfect the imperfections.
Right.
Perfect, you know.
But McLarens are terrifying in general. Like I would never buy a McLaren ever, even though the McLaren 765 to me is the best looking car ever made.
Okay.
But I would never buy a McLaren.
Okay. Best looking car for sure. Not.
I mean, we both have. I'm assuming like you have your own taste in what looks good. But
Okay,
what's the
but-
best looking car in the world for you? The best looking car.
Beautiful, beautiful.
The best looking out of all the cars. Don't class them as well. Just one car
F50.
that is perfect. The F50.
The F50. It's my favorite Ferrari.
Okay, fair enough. At least you went with one that's a
'Cause
little
look,
more
the thing is with
underrated.
the
No,
F50 is like the F40 had like its squarish issue. Like
Yeah.
it had the G-wagonization.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a bit.
yeah.
The F50 was
Yeah.
an F40 that was a bit more.
That
you
was
know,
a bit. It's like an
aligned.
updated
Yeah,
F40. Yeah.
that was an updated F40.
I'd take the Enzo over the F50.
Enzo's classified as F60, right? Or something, right?
I don't know. I don't want to BS too much into it because I
Yeah.
honestly I heard stuff about that, but I just
Yeah.
never understood it. So it's Enzo for me. It's a pretty nice car. Like, I like the
Enzo
Enzo.
is a very nice car, but also another car that I don't see the use of.
The Enzo
Like as in like I just like I don't know why people glaze it.
because it's possibly the last. I mean, it is the last.
It's the last car Enzo made.
car
Yeah,
Enzo
okay,
made.
yeah, okay, yes.
but Enzo, no one gives a what did Enzo do? Realistically, in the last 10, 15 years of his life.
Greatest supercars in the world.
The what?
Greatest supercar brand in the world.
It wasn't him. It was his engineers.
Okay, but he
Right?
like made the brand.
He made the brand. Good for him, right? He made the brand.
Imagine we
But-
lived in a world with no Ferrari and we just had to look at Lambos all day.
Bro, there would be something else, I think. No, Lamborghini would never exist if Ferrari didn't exist, if you think about it. So I don't know. Look, the Enzo is nice. It looks nice. And everything about it says nice. Like, everything about that car is nice. So we're not going to... but I don't know. The F50 is nice. But you think the F50 is the prettiest car ever made?
Like off the top of my head, that comes to my head right now. Yeah.
The 765 looks... No. I don't think the 765... The thing about these old Ferrari cars, they look so sophisticated.
Look, the issue is when you say the prettiest car ever, so many cars come. And the thing is, you can't, like, I don't think you can compare older cars to newer cars.
No,
The
but yes.
prettiest cars, we could say, what's the prettiest car of a certain generation? But I don't think you can just, like, take an F8 and say it's pretty, say it's prettier and less prettier than
Okay,
an
the F8 is not prettier than anything. Okay, let's just
Okay.
put that there and stop talking about the F8
A12.
because you compared it too much to the Pista. Now I don't like it anymore. So let's not talk about the F8.
Okay, it's better than
Right.
the Pista.
Is that a what?
It's better than the Pista.
It's not better than the Pista.
Okay.
The times would beg to differ.
Okay.
All right, performance times, lap times, laps of times of anything, it would just say
0 to
different.
100.
Huh?
Straight line.
Okay, straight line, but whoever does anything in a straight line.
Yeah, I know. But also at the same time, who buys their Pista and goes to Nürburgring every week?
Not Nürburgring, but if I had a Pista, I would take it to the track up here.
Yeah,
All
but the
the
track
time.
here is small and dirty.
On the way from my house here to come see you guys every day. That's a track, bro.
That is.
And you know how it is. It's a literal track.
Yeah.
So I'll just take that there. That's more than enough for me. And yeah. So I don't know. I mean, you're right. Generations and blah blah blah.
Yeah, 100%.
Comparing that is
Like last 10 years,
for the last 10 years. What
prettiest car of the last 10 years. Huayra,
prettiest car of the last
Huayra,
10 years?
probably. That's what I would say.
I think that the 992 GT3 RS is one of the best looking cars
Just
made in the last 10
I
years.
cannot agree because it's too small. I
It's
don't
too
like small
small.
cars. There's no like,
No,
you know what I mean? A car needs to pop. You know what I mean? It has to
bro,
have
that
some-
car pops, bro. I don't know what you're on about. No, it pops.
Oh.
But again, yeah, it's unfair to like the Koenigsegg Jesko is a very good looking car. I know you don't like Koenigsegg's. Something is you're just stupid for that.
All right, whatever.
I don't know how you Koenigsegg's. The Chiron, the Bugatti Chiron, the 300 plus Super Sport, whatever it is.
They're all ugly.
The Bugatti Divo.
All Bugattis are
The
ugly.
Divo is actually pretty good looking. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a toy and Hot Wheels and all that stuff. I agree with you, but in general, it's actually a nice looking car. But no, the best looking. I don't know. There's something about the 765. Like a purple McLaren 765 or like a black
Yeah, but
765.
bro, look. Firstly, if you're driving a purple car, I don't want to say the words that I would use to describe you, but
I don't want to say the response and the words I would use to respond to you, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, what's wrong with a purple 765?
what's wrong with purple? That's what's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm dying, bro. Look, purple doesn't work on every car. I agree with
Doesn't
you.
work on any car.
No, it does. It works with the 765.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
The Urus even.
A what?
The Urus, yeah.
Works on a GT2 RS.
Bro, listen. If you have a car that's not white, yellow, red, blue, or black,
Or diamond green.
or yeah, white or green, depends on the green.
Right?
Then yeah, I don't.
I mean, look at this. That's not a bad color.
I just said, oh, gray. Sorry.
Gray.
And variants of those colors are okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but these are basic. These are the colors that everybody has.
Exactly.
You know?
But see, that's like another thing. There's a reason everyone has those colors.
Yeah, well, there's two sides to what you're saying.
Okay.
So we
alright,
could
sure.
that coin has two sides. Oh, that's why everybody has it, or everybody has it. So it's whichever one you want to take. Everybody has it because that's all that's really been made. Like if, but yeah, for like a daily car.
Orange. I forgot orange. Orange is okay.
Okay, what looks good in orange?
Lambos.
What Lambos look good in orange?
Murcielago. Aventador.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I agree with you. McLarens as well.
McLaren's. a good
McLarens. The
orange.
570 only though. It's the worst car ever made. Ugly.
The Aston Martin from Top Gear that everyone kept calling it brown when it was sunset orange is
Right.
very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
know
a
exactly what you're
good
talking
orange.
about.
That car looked good in orange.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, but I don't know. Orange. I would take purple.
Have you been to Motor City? Have you seen that XM that was orange or matte orange? Have you seen that?
No, but I think I've
I
seen
was
it
gonna
online.
say that color
TikTok or
would
something.
look good on like an M4 or an M3. Because those cars
Yeah.
look like toy cars anyway. So,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
they
I
do.
think orange and those types of colors, like purple and stuff like that, they look good on cars that look like toy cars.
Right.
That's the way I classify it. Like a Hot Wheel, whatever car would fit as a Hot Wheel, you know what I mean?
Look good in like I don't know.
Urus. You know what I mean?
But they should stop making theirs.
They should.
I don't know why they're still going. Like they should stop.
And they're making that electric SUV now or whatever.
They can make
But by the
whatever
way,
they
also,
want,
who
bro,
reveals
like,
a car 5-6 years before its release? That car's not going to release in 5-6 years.
they're
And it's
so
gonna look
hurt by
completely
the
different too.
Porsche. They're just waiting for it to come out,
Yeah.
destroy them and destroy theirs. Because everybody that's calling the Porsche ugly is also the same person who likes theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not a person with a valid opinion, anyways. Or so I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What are they even doing? Like the Huracan Technica. What is that? Who asked for that?
What is that?
It's
The
a Huracan.
Huracan of itself, bro. I don't like Lambo. there's like
Should have
Ferrari
kept
is better.
Stop the Aventador. What are they making instead of the Aventador now? The
Revuelto.
Revuelto.
I have to give some credit.
What is it
to.
called?
Revuelto.
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 Revuelto. Yes, I was right. Okay.
I have to give some credit to that car because it is 1,000 horsepower. I know it's nice.
But who gives?
took
Bro?
them-
Everything's 1,000 horsepower now.
Only took them 4 extra years to make 1,000 horsepower car after Ferrari,
Right.
a hybrid 4,000, and they have Audi technology and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Lambo lost its touch when Audi joined in.
Oh look, it's a hybrid. The interior on that Revuelto is actually not that nice. It's not that nice. The rear end looks horrendous. I don't know if you've seen it.
The
Yeah, you've
front
seen
looks like an NSX.
the
the new
front
one.
looks. I swear to God, you're 100% right. It looks like an NSX from the front. The rear end is just. What are you doing?
Look,
Like,
Lambo. When I see, the thing is, the beauty of Lambo. It's like everyone can say this, right? When Audi joined in, it had this newfound reliability and all this stuff. But
Right.
ever since Audi joined in, it also had lost the touch of like the design and like
Lamborghini?
the inside just doesn't have any. You
Yeah.
know, Audi is simplistic, right?
They are.
In their own car designs. And
Right.
these Lambos, they are also like, it's nothing. Nothing.
I totally understand. what you're saying.
Murcielago is the last beautiful Lambo in my opinion.
The what?
Murcielago is the last beautiful Lambo.
The interior. I mean, looking at it now, it's an absolute piece of garbage. Like it's on. Like look at it now. Look at the The interior looks like a TT, as you said. Absolute. Like I don't know, but I would take whatever Ferrari was from that era. What is that? Welcome to the desert. That's the kind of stuff. But I mean, good weather here, no?
Mm-hmm.
Weather is pretty nice. I don't know what it is.
Hoodie weather.
But yeah. What is? I've never seen anything like that before. What is that?
Sorry guys, there's a bug on my phone that like is unidentifiable.
Is that a spider?
No, it's a bee.
Let it bite you. Maybe you'll turn into something
It
useful.
doesn't.
He just blew it. The thing's not even coming off.
He doesn't want to come off.
He doesn't want to come off.
I don't hold the microphone.
Hold the microphone. That's actually so funny. So right now he's. Oh my God, the thing is not. That's a stubborn little thing. Oh, whoa.
Bro, he doesn't want to come off.
He doesn't want to come. Just let it be, bro. Let it be.
Us, yeah. Sorry. So yeah.
There goes the TT. So yeah. It's just, bro, that thing is actually frustrating, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You want to beat it with the can?
No, it's on my phone. I don't want to clean my phone.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. All right.
Anyways, yeah, it's I don't know. We were saying, yeah, Revuelto looks, yeah. So I would take anything from that era of Ferrari over the Murcielago, because it's just. Is that the same one that was being driven around Mehbash and all that? That gray one. I don't want to mention the guy's name in case he doesn't want his name to be mentioned. You know who I'm talking about?
No. What, Revuelto?
No, was it a Murcielago? The gray Lamborghini.
That was Gallardo
That was a Gallardo, not a
Super Veloce
Murcielago?
or whatever it's called. The
Super Leggero, was it?
special Gallardo.
Oh, sorry guys, this is gonna be loud. Well, you keep talking. I'm gonna mute.
Yeah. You split him in. Okay.
Yeah, split it. Get
He
that.
split them in half. Anyways, yeah, it was a Gallardo. 2008, this super special one that's like full
Super
carbon.
special.
or
It's on
whatever.
Dubas right now for like 600 something. think, something
It's a
like that.
nice car, but also I don't like Gallardos, and I think it's again I don't want to say the word for who those cars are, but
Yeah, it is for
you know,
fair.
it's tiny and there's not much in it, and it's slow compared to its competitors back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Fair
though back then, what was it? 458, right? Around same time.
458?
No, it's even older, right?
The Gallardo,
Gallardo's 2008, right?
2007. Yeah, yeah.
Something
I'm
around
gonna
there,
agree
right?
with you. I
so
guess.
that was 430, or I don't know what they were making back then.
I think they have 430 at the time. Yeah, because the 458
Yeah,
came in like
430.
2010.
I'd
no?
rather have a 430.
No, the F430 is. I think like.
I'd rather have an F430 than have a.
Would you have an F430 over a California? Bro, come on. The
A
California Turbo is actually not that bad, you know?
California is also for those types of people that I don't want to mention.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
No.
Yes.
No. Anthony has a California. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
We have an next.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
What was that?
Anyways,
Why?
continue. It's fine.
Well,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Anyways, it's an explanation that. Okay. Look, they're nice. Like, I mean, I wouldn't buy California.
Exactly.
But also Anto,
Mm-hmm.
he does have multiple nice, very nice
He has
cars.
a T.
He has a what?
Uh,
California T, yeah.
So those are the newer ones, right?
The newer ones, yeah. It's a pretty car.
You know when they revealed that car here,
Yeah.
that was 2015, 16, something like that.
17, whatever.
I was like 16, so that was like probably my like 12, 13.
You were
or something.
12 in 2016.
I think so. 2016, 13 maybe. I don't know. When was 2016?
Bro, I was 13 in 2013.
I was 13.
No,
I was
wait,
13,
it's 2023 now,
Yeah.
and I'm 22.
Okay.
Let's
So
not
you
let's not
subtract
get into
2,
that. Let's not get into
16,
that.
so 2, 20, 4. You were 16.
I was 16 in 2016.
Yeah.
Fair.
And I was 13, 14. I actually
How
pulled
was I
the
16 in
cover off on the
2016?
reveal. I was the one who pulled I was like this little cute, and I was the only kid there or whatever. The guy saw me, made me pull the cover off for the reveal.
No.
Yeah,
that's so
it
cute.
was on the news and stuff.
So you should have a little special connection with the California.
No, I don't have
It's a
any
nice car,
connection with the California.
but it
My
shouldn't
dad
be your
went
only
there as
supercar.
he's hated the California always, so we
Who?
really my dad.
Right.
So we really like realistically went there for like he kind of like he was hoping that they release a California that actually, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
small.
I mean, to be fair, if you come here and you see the 540 and the EcoBoost Mustang and you see a California T,
I
like. Well, look at this. Look at this guy.
you know what it is, to be honest?
What?
Like if I see the 540, the Mustang and the California T, I'd look at the California and I'd look, oh, Ferrari, and then I'd look down, see that it's a California, and be like,
Right.
oh, a California, and I'd look away.
Right.
That's honestly how. But I think that's how every car guy thinks.
Right. Absolutely. But if you come to my house and you see a couple of supercars, like a nice SUV, like a high-end SUV,
Yeah.
and you see like a nice coupe,
Mhm.
like that's very high-end as well, and then you see a California T,
Mhm.
you'd be like, oh, okay, well, it's
Whatever he likes.
whatever he likes, because you already have like
By the way, by any chance, does this California T have a 3-digit on it?
his.
Yeah.
It has a 2 or 3, I can't remember, but no, I don't know. To be fair, I
Because
don't.
I was in at one point with my X6, or I don't remember what car it
It's
was.
what
but I
color
was
was
with Adil with my X6.
No, the other
red.
car. Oh yeah, his is red as well.
So it must have been that one. That
Could have been him.
whoever was driving that car that day almost crashed into me.
Then it wasn't him.
Okay, all right.
It wasn't him because he hasn't been here in a while. It hasn't been like in over
That
a
was
year.
a long time ago,
Hmm,
by the way.
Maybe.
He was here in that. It doesn't matter.
Maybe we'll be asking him after. We'll see how he says. But yeah, it's I don't know. Ferraris and Lamborghinis and
We really stuck to Italians today, huh? Let's talk about how bad the SL is.
the new SL.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am so heartbroken over that.
Bro, the release beautiful car. Everything was it was supposed to be perfect. Like I genuinely was in love with the car. I wanted one.
Right.
Like I
When I
really
saw it on
wanted
Car
one.
Wow,
I
like
sat in
a
that
year
car
before it
a
came
couple
out.
months ago, and it's just nothing like what I can't fit in it, and you can't sit
You know what
properly.
happened?
Hmm.
Dubai ruined it.
Who?
Dubai ruined that car
Why?
because they got so many,
And they put the price.
and it's 600K.
63s were a million.
No, fuck, bro, $1 million dirhams for what?
43s are 5 something right now.
No. 500K.
Yeah.
But that's a bit more understandable. If the 63 was like,
From what I know, from even like in terms of tests, the 55 was the most practical one out of all of them. But either
Right.
way,
okay, but take the 63. You're gonna go get like a GTR Pro, or you're gonna go get an SL, like a convert. And
Yeah.
why are they only convertible?
because that's the whole idea. SLs are convertible.
Yeah, but why not make a hardtop
You know
convertible?
what? They should have brought back an SLK or something. You know,
A what?
SLK or something. You know, they should.
Bro, the SLK is a piece of
But-
garbage, bro. These cars were so annoying.
Anyways,
The SL
the
was nice,
most
but
the biggest problem with that car is that like, yes, I am an above average size human, but
no,
either
you're not.
way, everyone.
Stand up right now. Stand
Okay.
up. Just stand up. You're out of frame. You're not an average size human being. Sit down.
I said above average.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah, yeah.
average. Because there's nothing
I said
average.
even though I'm above average sized, I do think that even the average sized person doesn't sit in that car comfortably.
I wouldn't be
The
able to
seat,
sit in
like
there comfortably.
I tried to, bro, when you like I tried to get it adjusted to the point where my knees don't hit the steering wheel,
yeah.
but every time I did that, that back would go forward. You know what I mean? The more it's just
no,
like
bro, no.
it's so and also so it's not a 2+2 either, because you even the +2, you know, those 5-year-old children wouldn't be able to fit in the back.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's a small car. There's nothing wrong with a small car.
but the new GT63, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
That too.
That I
like,
like,
yeah.
bro. Because when they came
I
out with that
hope
4-door
that
BS,
seating-
bro.
That if they fix that seating issue, I think that's gonna be the best car of the year.
I don't think. Well, that car is only going to be a 2-seater, no?
Yeah.
So you've never had any issues sitting in like a GT anything?
Before.
Okay, well, it's going to be the same thing.
Before, no.
It's going to be the same thing.
SF90 had a issue.
But I would listen. I would cut some parts
Some
of my
area
body,
just
bro,
to
that
sit
I
in
can
that
fit
car,
in. Huh?
Nah, SF90 had a bigger 296 completely no
Yeah.
possibility.
The 296, even I couldn't fit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm average height, not above average at all. So I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
Most low cars are an issue for me.
Huh?
Most low cars are an issue for me. But the Lusso did it perfectly with that 4 seating. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
People could sit behind me and I can sit comfortably and drive. Like they did it very well
Because
there.
when we, well, I never got in the back of the
No.
Lusso, but
Jenna and Virginia did.
they did. Yeah, they didn't complain at all. So they were fine. And even
it's-
Hugo
I
fit
think
back
it's
there.
Even I think it's even a bit more space than the FF.
Yeah, and he's your height, Hugo.
Yeah, a bit shorter, but yeah. Same.
Yeah, a bit short. Okay, let's just put it
Yeah,
out there.
we'll
But just a bit short. Like I have
Adil sits in the back. We'll put it down. Adil's taller than me.
yeah, Adil sits in the back, and
And
Hugo
he
didn't have an
sits
issue
okay.
at all. He didn't complain.
Yeah,
He had all the leg
it might
room and
be a
headroom.
bit,
Yeah,
but
well,
not crazily.
like,
You know what I mean?
I hate the gym.
Today
my
I
friend.
sat in the back.
The what?
I sat in the back today of it,
Okay.
and the only thing was like the seatbelt thing kept hitting the side of my hip,
Yeah, well,
but that's
it's just
it.
like minor things,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
But
very
like
minor.
your head, you're not sitting like in the Mustang. I can't fit in the back. My sister can't fit in the back. She's always sitting like this. So I mean, you know,
Yeah, that was terrible.
the
That-
Mustang.
that
Oh,
was
you
horrible.
sat in the back of the
Yeah,
Mustang. No,
yeah.
we put you. Who did we put in the
Subway.
trunk then?
in the front.
Oh,
And then
because
I
one
sat in
time
the
I
back.
think
Adil
Adil
went
was
in the
sleeping
trunk.
in the trunk,
Yeah.
and there was no spare tire, and he fell through the
Yeah.
thing. That's great.
But me,
Yeah.
yeah, in the back of that car was probably the most terrible car experience in the back
Yeah,
I've ever had.
The
in my life.
look, Mustangs are
You know what sucks? It has even less space than a turbo.
even less space than. Okay, calm down.
No, bro, I've sat in the back of turbos many times.
It's
Yeah,
not that small.
as-
It's not that small. There is more space. There's definitely more space than a turbo in a Mustang. I mean, the turbo is so small. The 911 platform in general is beyond small, or should I say the opposite of beyond? It's below small.
Below small, huh?
Wow, come on, bro. I'm gonna bring out the dictionary now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It's Mustangs in general, like the worst. If you can just pick a handful of cars and say, "Oh, these are the worst cars in the world," this is definitely in the bunch. Like not even two hands, just one hand, like 2 fingers. That'll come out in the bunch.
Yeah, Mustang.
Mustangs are disgusting.
I don't understand what that car is made for.
Brain dead. Brain dead. It's a word that starts with R.
Yeah, but
For
once
those
again,
guys.
it's another car that gets glazed because they made one in like 67 or 64 or whatever.
Oh,
and
bro,
that was
who
like,
gives it? Bro, who cares, bro? You've been making okay. Like, okay. You've been making something for like 50, 60, 1,000 million years. Who gives it? Who cares?
Look, realistically, for the price, right? If you're like a teenager getting his first car,
Yeah, but
you
this
have
is
a low
not-
budget.
This is not a cheap car, bro. It's expensive as hell.
What, 50?
Yeah, but this is if you're a person who has any sort of like brain, you're not gonna go buy a car that's crashed.
Yeah, but I'm saying
with
if you're,
no,
if you're a teenager
Huh?
and your dad gives you a budget of 50K, 60K, right? Let me just
Right, right.
bro. Like a Mustang or a Camaro in terms of like coolness to the outside of humans. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like people who don't really get cars.
That's exactly what I
You know
did.
mean?
That's exactly what I did. When I first bought when I was looking at a car, it was this at the brand new Veloster at the time.
That was
The 1.6
you should've got
turbo.
That one, bro. Oh my god. One of my
Yeah.
friends got that car.
Yeah,
It's,
thank God I didn't get it.
why?
I get bullied now for this. Imagine driving a Hyundai.
Bro, that Veloster's crazy,
No, bro,
man.
crazy. What? It's a piece of garbage.
Nah,
Bro, it's
bro.
about. It's a piece. If I got that car, I would have genuinely ended myself, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
It's fast.
it's not faster than this, bro.
It is.
No, I piss on that car. No. It's a 1.6 liter turbo with 203 horsepower.
We have more
Oh, boy,
uninvited
that's
guests, bro.
coming to avenge his friend.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's 203 horsepower, or
Mm.
206 horsepower. I can't differentiate between that and the GTI, but this has no. The Veloster has less horsepower than the GTI, so it had like 203, 206, something like that horsepower. I have 310 horsepower, 2.3 liter. We're both turbo. This car is 1.6 tons. The other one I can't remember. The other one is like it's gonna be like 1.5, 1. It's gonna be very, very similar. Front wheel drive. Front wheel drive. Who drives a front wheel drive car? Come on. So yeah, it's a nice looking car, and at the time for a first car, that's not bad.
At least
brand
it's
new.
better than the GTI.
Yeah, brand new was like 70K.
But it's better than the GTI.
Anything is better than a GTI.
Okay, that's true.
Okay? Yeah, it's just anything is better. Taking RTA buses is better than GTI.
Can we talk about how that X6 behind is 2,000 kilos? How
It's 2 tons only.
2 tons, yeah. 2.1, 2.0.
It honestly feels like a 2.5 ton car. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but at 2
It
tons
looks
is
like
decent.
2.5, bro.
Huh?
It's a pretty big car.
So what is this then?
1.9, something like that. Yeah, as far as I remember. Yeah, 1.9 is the normal. So this is like 1,950, 1.9, yeah, something like that. There's
That's
something.
actually crazy.
1,850 is the normal because this is 50 kilos heavier, I think, because of the doors and the length.
Cause the doors.
And the length, yeah.
It's a heavy car.
Honestly, my only problem with this car, just that in the rear seats, that middle console, they didn't have to put that.
BMW, like just a bunch of virgins, bro. Like a bunch of like no contact with
Yeah.
females engineers. Who just like let's just put this. But
Yeah.
what are you who like? I ain't gonna say much more than that, bro. It's just stupid.
Because I'm pretty sure 840 and 850 have normal, right?
No, they all have
Yeah.
the same. Even this car has the same exact thing. It's actually so stupid. You know, it's so stupid. But I
Very
don't know.
useless divider. But
But it's a BMW thing, you know.
it flies.
It flies too. I'm telling you, bro. Things here are
Bro, I
advanced.
just walked into your car, just
Just
so you
got
know.
into
I
the
just
car,
got
yeah.
in. All right,
Yeah.
whatever. That'd be.
Better pay the installments. I know. I think. Yeah, you know that one is done. That one's done as well. But yeah, the Mustangs are like the worst cars in the world. But as you said, it was that a GTI or a Veloster. And I just went with this because it to the naked eye or to the untrained eye of a person who's not a car guy. Wow, and I wasn't thinking of it in this way then. To me, it looked like I was like, this is the best car in the world. It's the best looking car ever. There's nothing like it. It's so fast.
For the price? 100%.
If I went and got a GCC one for 180K,
Yeah.
that's not crashed and that has airbags and that's got service, that's got warranty, it's not worth it. But if you're gonna go buy a crashed or drowned car with no airbags and no coverage whatsoever,
How much money people make off these cars, bro? You know how big this whole thing of like
Yeah,
dealing these
especially here,
destroyed
bro, like,
Mustangs is? Yeah.
half the 90% of the car market here just runs on that. American cars that are crashed and they get them, they fix them in Sharjah for quarter the price, and then they sell them. Like this car, I think at auction sold for what, something like $8,000-9,000. and I bought it, and you buy these for like 50s, 60s. I got lucky because I got it off of somebody we know.
How much you buy it for?
42, I think it was.
So if
40,
it's sold on auction for $8,000, you have to consider shipping costs. I mean, they didn't make that much.
These guys
tax.
have containers and they have their shipping
because they put
people
multiple
and
cars. Yeah, okay.
You know,
but the profit margin's not like, I don't think it's worth the hassle.
it's not this massive, but when you literally have 50,000 of those parked in a junkyard in Sharjah,
Yeah.
and you're making like 5-6K
One.
of one car.
And you sell them like they're like M&Ms, bro. They're
Yeah,
just
these
going,
cars, bro, they sell like stupid. A lot of brain dead people, just like I was, they come like, yes, I want the Mustang. So they just go and buy the car. And to be fair, they're reliable. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this car. I've had this car for 5 years, and only towards the end, like the last few months, have been
hell.
a lot of issues. But it's again because of the way I treated the car and the way I drove the car and the things I did with it. But in general, like, I don't know. They're such stupid. Like I don't know. The idea behind them is not really understood because these are not good drag cars. They're not good track cars. They're not like, what do? You just give me a V8.
And they're crazy wide.
They are crazy wide, bro. This is wider than we compared it to
It's wider than this.
Yeah, we compared it to a 2002 G-Wagon. It was longer and wider than a 2002 G-Wagon.
Pretty sure it's even wider than that.
Than the X6, probably. It's way too wide for what it is, bro. It's way too wide for what it does.
BMWs, by the way, the wideness comes from those elongated mirrors. One thing I love about
Oh,
BMW,
Mm-hmm.
the mirror view you get, the amount of actual area you can see from the mirrors is amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
I could see 2 lanes.
That's
instead
true.
of
I
just
could
one,
see
yeah.
better out of this car than the 540. The 540 I can't see much out of. But yeah, the mirrors are insane. The mirrors in this car are terrible. American cars also come with magnified mirrors, so it's zoomed in. We were filming and the camera decided to die, and we've been filming for an hour and almost 30 minutes. So the outro is from the phone. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This has been Adam, and Adam will be with us a lot from now on. So just try to like him, because you'll be seeing a lot of him. And yeah, hopefully we see the Lusso one soon.
Yeah, there will be a review soon.
Yeah.
Maybe in the background also one day.
Maybe in the back. Yeah, we'll review it in the background.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you might.
See?
I think it'll be cool if we keep changing cars in the background.
Yeah, we can.
And I think we could also fix it up in a way that, like, we could have 2 cars at once and stuff like that.
See, the whole idea of I still want to do the whole thing inside a car. See, that's where the 7 Series would come in really well, bro. We could do it in the back.
Yeah, he's looking at a 7 Series. So we wanted to initially film this episode inside of this car, but we just can't get the morning to work. And I don't know if I'd be able to fix the lighting. And
see, the thing is, I think it's cables and getting everything in the car and
There's
closing
so
the
many
doors.
cables,
And
yeah.
then also one more thing is, like, it would be pretty warm for us to do it in the car. So
but I mean, we're gonna have it running as well.
yeah.
So
And engine noise. If you don't close the doors, it's
yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna have to close the door.
We'll figure it out.
Figure it out. I don't know if you guys like this or not. Let us know, and let us know what you think would be a nice upgrade or a nice change, and we'll look into it. And we could do that. And yeah, you had fun today.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, well,
thank you for having me.
A lot more of that then.
Yep.
And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video or today's episode. And this has been us. If there's any more car stuff or car questions or anything car related you want us to talk about or questions you'd like me to ask him and blah blah blah,
It'd be much easier that way too.
it would be much easier that way too, right? Because then I don't have to look up and think of questions.
Not even that. Also, just having topics of things that people are actually interested in.
Right.
Because I don't think everyone's
I feel
sitting
like we
here
don't wanna
thinking
end
about.
this.
Huh?
But I feel like we don't want to end
I'm
this.
just
with,
saying, like, you know, Ferrari, Lambo is all like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we did have a lot of Ferrari Lambo talk, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode.